Good afternoon. We're going to go over the watch list for the week of January 27th. The watch list, it's not going to be very technical because it's going to be mainly driven by the coronavirus and stuff like that. So I'm just going to pull up some charts and some stocks that I'm going to be watching. And when it comes to this virus, coronavirus, it's just all the technicals are going to go right out the window. So it's going to be all about the news. So it's going to be the same theme as last week: short the pops until the coronavirus is either contained or cured or something positive about it happens, and that's just going to continue. I mean, it's probably going to spread worse and worse and worse, and the market's going to react more negatively, and so that's just going to be the theme, and that's the way we're going to play it. And if you're not a subscriber, you should be, because you missed out on an awesome week last week, and I'm sure this week is going to be even better. So if you're not a subscriber, you should be. And I'll just start. And what I have pulled up is I have Roku. Now, I have mostly everything on the bearish list, but I have two on the bullish list, and I'm not expecting to play anything bullish. But if positive news comes out, Roku is going to be one of the ones I jump on. And as you can see right here, Roku does look very bearish. I mean, it's got a descending wedge. I mean, it keeps making descending wedges on the hourly and on the daily. You can see right here. And you get a head and shoulders on the hourly right here. So, I mean, it could fall apart with more bad news with the coronavirus. And who knows how low this could go. I mean, it's all going to be... could go below 120. It could even get down into the 110 area if the news is really bad. But I want to watch it just in case good news does come out, and that is going to be one of the ones that pops up. That and BA I'm going to watch because they had news the other day and it popped even though the market was selling off. So we'll watch Boeing too to see if anything else comes up, and if anything gets over the... let's see, over this 326, I may take a quick call scalp on it for a push to 330, but I'm assuming more bad news is going to come out as the week progresses, and BA is probably going to fall apart. And if it does, I mean, it could go back and test this weekly low of whatever this is. The weekly low is 302. Come back and get under 300. So be very cautious with calls. We have FOMC on Wednesday, so I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Fed is very dovish to try to recover the market if it's still selling off and try to get some kind of recovery going. And we have a big earnings week, so I still think a lot of the stocks they're going to report this week are going to stumble. And if they happen to beat, they're going to sell off at open, because I think that the coronavirus news is going to take the center stage this week. So, and that's what I'm anticipating, and that's what I expect. So, but like I said, if there is some kind of reversal due to the coronavirus, that BA and Roku will be one of them. And on the bearish side, obviously, Baidu is one that gets hit hard with this bad news. So, you know, I'd be looking for... keep shorting the pops. I mean, that's all I'm going to do is just short the pops. And that's why you need to be a subscriber, because that way you know when I'm shorting, and I'm just not going in and just shorting. You got to be patient and pick when you're going to short. So Baidu, you know, it gets underneath this 128. It could get really ugly and get down to the 108 area if the market continues to sell off on Baidu. And QCOM is another one that gets hit hard on this news too. So QCOM has still got a long ways to go on the weekly. I mean, if the news continues, I mean, you could see QCOM below 85 and even getting below 80 on the weekly. So I would watch that too. Cat is another one I'd be watching, because Cat, you know, let me pull up the daily. I think the daily is where I see the daily get support here and here and here, and you know, the news keeps coming and it's going to dump down to the below 135. So that should be looking for a target on CAT is 135 if it gets down there. FedEx is another one. It's got the same thing. It's got all the support right here. If it breaks this 152 area, 152.50, I mean, it could easily come down and retest the below 150 and even get down to the 146 area. So, like I said, I'm leaning towards the bear side all week on this unless something changes. And WYNN is another one that's been getting clobbered. They're supposed to have earnings, but I have not seen anything on which day it is, or if it's confirmed. So as of right now, I don't know which day it's going to be. So, but WYNN is another one that gets hammered over the coronavirus. So, below 132, it's got room down to the 128 and even down to the 123 area. So, I mean, it could get all the way down to the 120. I mean, it went from 153 to 134. I mean, 120 is definitely reachable if the bad news continues. So, Johnson & Johnson, I mean, it's hovering up here near all-time highs. So, I'm not too interested in that, but that's one that could catch up and start falling off. And Apple is the other one. It just continues to make highs. And on Friday, I mean, it came red a little bit, but didn't even break below this candle right here as far as the body of it. It didn't even get below it. So, I mean, Apple's just still going ridiculous. It's got earnings this week, I believe, and I think that it's going to get clobbered on earnings. So, well, we'll see what happens. Another ones to watch are the insurance, like Humana, CI, and ANTM, which I'll take a quick peek at all of them. I mean, right here, support, it's starting to look like, which was it, Cat? Was it Cat that looked like that? Let me go back and look. Yeah, Cat. It's starting to look like Cat, where it's, it's teetering right here on support. It came down. It's got an inverted, cup and handle. So, and usually inverted cup and handles is a downside, and CI is another insurance, same thing. It's right here, and ANTM, which is Anthem, it's doing the same thing. So insurance, I think, could fall this week too if the bad news continues. But like I said, if something does happen and reverses, Roku, Baidu, BA, QCOM, and WYNN would be the first ones to get in, because Baidu, QCOM, and WYNN have been taking the biggest hits on this coronavirus as far as, the downside, and even Baba. So, because Baidu and Baba are Chinese stocks, and when it does reverse, I think those are going to be the ones to get in that's going to pop the most. So, like I said, it's going to be a short week, short the pops. Expect something out of the Fed to try to save the market, but if they do try to save the market on Wednesday, I think it's going to be short-lived. If the coronavirus hasn't been contained at that point, it'll probably pop and end up selling off. So be cautious at FOMC. It's probably going to be a trap. And that's going to do it for the watch list. And happy trading all week. See ya.